Of course he did. That don't surprise me at all, people. The guy tweets everything and anything about his goddamn administration. I don't understand why, but he does. Hell, if he had a chance, he would tweet a classified file if he could. Idiot. He said, North Korea disrespected my wishes of China. And its highly respected president when it launched, though unsuccessfully, a missile today. And he quoted, bad, with an exclamation mark. The test comes a day after Trump told Reuters, one or two, in an interview that the U.S. and North Korea could be headed toward a major conflict, which means U.S. and North Korea are very close to war right now. I mean, when I mean right now, I mean at 8:30 p.m. right now. Hell, I could be talking right now and boom, we're at war. You know what I mean? And if that's the case, I say we go to war right now. You know, I get a call or a thing from a military advisor of mine and my military friends. I would stop the thing automatically, and there's reasons why I would, but that's besides the point. As South Korea announced it had installed key parts of the U.S. missile defense system. So they are headed into a major conflict because South Korea announced it had installed key parts of U.S. missile defense systems, which could reflect destroy a nuclear missile or a missile coming toward them. Theoretically. I mean, it's never been proved to work because we haven't tested it ever on a real weapon, like a nuclear weapon or whatever. So, in the Reuters interview, Trump said, "We'd love to solve things diplomatically, but it's very difficult." Which I would love peace with North Korea. I really would. But every time we try to send diplomatic things in, and diplomatic envoys, it gets sent right out, and Kim just ignores the shit out of us. We try to, for instance, say the Secretary of State tries to call him to make peace. That he wouldn't answer, and I doubt I don't know if they have a foreign minister. I believe they do. I doubt the foreign minister would answer. Probably, the United States is calling. We'll just click that up. They'll probably pull a prank. They'll answer and say, click, assholes. Earlier this week, North Korea conducted what were described as major live fire drills as it marked the founding of its military. Now, I believe that major live fire drill was like tanks being fired on training fields, soldiers firing on training on using live ammunition, basically, on like tanks, helicopters, their planes, which they barely have. Oh no, they have an Air Force, but I don't know if it's big or if it's small. I know their Navy's next to nothing, but they have old-ass submarines. When I mean old, I'm talking about Soviet Union submarines, and they do have an Air Force, and they're using fucking Soviet Union planes. They basically a lot of their military hardware is Soviet Union, which is like, what the fuck? I mean, their military technology really, really sucks. But when they get a nuclear technology, that's when they'll start working on their fucking their like war machines and shit. Okay, so let's see here. As North Korea has conducted several ballistic missiles launches this year. Yes, they have. They have launched several, about 7 or 8. Yep. The country is barred by the United Nations resolutions for carrying out ballistic missile tests. Okay. Barring them from the United Nations. What the hell has that achieved? You idiots. I understand diplomacy. But the United Nations has condemned them. They look at it and say, ha, the United Nations condemned us. We don't give a fuck. Idiots. United Nations needs to do something. The United Nations solves things by peace. They don't really solve things by war, but if they have to, they will. They have troops. They have the Peace Corps. They have the military. They have military and everything. But they have the Janissary Corps. I think no, they don't have Janissary. They used to have Janissary Corps. They what's their? I know they have. I can't remember their peacekeepers, that are armed with guns, which I find interesting for peacekeeping, but I get it. Yeah. North Korean on April 15th launched a missile, but it failed almost immediately. That wasn't a ballistic missile, guys. That was a missile that could reach North Korea, but it failed. But this is different. This is a ballistic missile we're talking about. A nuclear weapon that could kill millions. Like 10 times stronger than the... I shouldn't say 10 times stronger. I don't know how strong it is, but I know it's stronger than... If they would get their hands on it, it would be... It may actually be the same size as the one we dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, but it may be a little bit bigger. I know they're trying to get their hands on a... hydrogen bomb, which, let me tell you something about a hydrogen bomb. You think Nagasaki and Hiroshima is nuclear bad? Holy shit. Talk about 10 times. You might as well say 20, 30 times stronger than a nuclear bomb. Talk about a you drop that in the center of the United States, it's taking out the U.S., Canada. I'll tell you what, it will take out all the U.S. completely. I'm telling you that right now. It'll take out Canada, half of Mexico. Shit. That would be the tip of the iceberg there. They'll take out half the goddamn Earth by global warming and, radiation in the air. It's like, come on. The country has conducted 5 nuclear tests since 2006, including 2 last year. North Korea has warned it is ready to carry out tests of an intercontinental ballistic missile at any time, but it has never successfully launched a missile. That's what you get, North Korea. But anyway, which I find interesting, so that just amazes me. That tells you something about their scientists. It's like, are you dumb? The thing that scares me is if they get their hands on an ally. Okay, China is an ally to a point, but if we went to war, or say they found an ally like China to give them a ballistic missile technology. There are a couple countries out here that have the ballistic missile capability that can give other countries technology to help build their nukes. In the U.S., Russia, China, United Kingdom. Actually, United Kingdom had nukes. It's one of them. So it's like, and to be honest, I don't really think China would do it. Russia, on the other hand, would have no problem giving nuclear weapons to North Korea, because guess what? Russia used to be communist. Communism is an enemy of Russia. Communist is an enemy to America, to a point. Not that much anymore. At least the North Korean communists anyways. We don't really care about the Chinese or the Cubans. But because they want nukes, it's like, no sir, you can't have nukes. And I can tell you what, right now, if we got peace with them, we still wouldn't give them nukes. Idiots. We don't trust the North Koreans. We don't really trust not a damn. The only people the only countries that we really trust is like Australia, Canada. Yes, and I'm about to say it, Mexico. Mexico is an ally, believe it or not. United Kingdom. Most of Europe we trust. But any other, like the Middle East countries, it's like, we're working, It's just, but yeah, that's basically what I have to say about North Korea, because I can go on and on for hours about North Korean guys, because I can't stand them. They are idiots and morons, and other words I can't really say on this show, but what the hell am I talking about? It's my show. I can say whatever the hell I please and will do. But still, I know Secretary Tillerson went to the United Nations Security Council. Said we have to act before the North Korea does. Yeah, I went to the United Nations Council that talk about North Korea. Yeah, like I said, we do gotta act before the North Koreans do, because if not, we're gonna be like no, we're gonna be stomped on in the first. I mean, we could take over. Military analysts like me, we could take over. Say we could take over the North Korea within 180 days. So, it's like, what? Other news, guys, I'm going to stop right there with North Korea show. Other news is, I want to report is, unfortunately, this has happened. I don't have much on this. It's still a news story. And the video, I can't play the video through the show, obviously, but there were 2 Army Rangers were killed in possible friendly fire incidents, which is very sad because when friendly fires, your own military shoots you on accident, or maybe it wasn't an accident. Who knows? Who knows, guys? But it's really devastating, especially to the guys that did it. I mean, I can imagine what they're going through, and oh my god. They must be going through some terror, especially their families. Knowing that their own government soldiers shot them, on accident no less, is like, not good. I mean, I know the soldiers that did it, they will be getting, there will be a full investigation. There may even be leading to Article 15s of the U.S. Army, because even though it was an accident, you get in big trouble, even though it was an accident. Sometimes, anyways, not all the time. There's another thing here too, which I find interesting. Now, I like the police, and which I really find this interesting. I think it's kind of cool, but in other ways, dangerous for people who did something innocent. I'm not gonna read you. Hang on, let me see how long the article is, because yeah, I could do that. Weaponized drones. Now, like a UAV drone, a UA Predator drone carries what? 4 Tomahawk missiles. And let me tell you about Tomahawk. Not Tomahawk, but JDAMs. JDAM missiles. JDAMs are nuclear-tipped missiles, if I'm not mistaken. That means they don't have much power as a nuke. They're just called nuclear-tipped missiles because they have a, I don't know what. Really, to be honest, I don't know what. But it says, weaponized drones. Connecticut bill would allow police to use lethal force from above, meaning drones, which the military uses, so why not us, you know what I mean? It says, image this scenario. A terror suspect is holding hostages in a public space. A police-operated drone with a camera shoots in to assess the situation and determines he is armed and dangerous. The man is coaxed to surrender by SWAT team, but his posturing suggests he is about to shoot. As a final resort, the drone toting a firearm. Now, no lie, that word is totting a firearm. I would love to know who wrote this. Hits the suspect. He is neutralized. The way some lawmakers in Connecticut see it, weaponized drones represent a future for policing. Which it does, to be honest. Drones are going to be the new police, which I have a bad feeling about. Which, I tell you what, that would get shot down. I'm going to tell you right now, Congress is not going to let that pass. You know, drones policing people? No, we need police. What the hell am I talking about? The military would probably start policing us if war goes out. North Korea, that's besides the point. It'd be all fucking war. Anywho, and could be necessary options in a moment when lives are at stake, which is the best thing I think a drone like that would be used for, is actually pretty good, as long as it's used for, good things like that. That's why a bill making its way through the state legislative would be the first in the nation to explicitly allow the police to add lethal weapons to drones. Now, lethal weapons to drones is good. I would only use allow the police to